I'm a TV writer and I kind of resent TV. Am I allowed to say that? What's television? So I produce content for a format, and I intend to polish that content at some point. But I also feel like TV can. Is it TV? What's my relationship with scrolling? I try not to as much. Can I be more interesting than TV? Thinking about my relationship with my father. I wish we shared more language. It often feels like he could practice paying more attention to the things that I do. And instead of paying attention to them, he's treated them like noise and broken them. And instead of actually learning about what I was trying to do, he denies that he did anything and says that it was justified. And it feels like his concept of relationship is a very TV version of relationship, where you can wish that things get resolved and at the end of the episode things are where the characters can return. I might have an outdated model of TV. I haven't had Netflix in a while. Vampire Diaries also had more drama than sitcoms. Maybe I don't resent TV. Maybe I wish that medium were a dimension of shared relationship in my life. Though I wouldn't want that to be at odds with books. I appreciate the pace of print. I have language to describe that it hurts to be able to describe. That art helps me find motivation on a day-to-day basis. And instead of making room for that, it's treated like noise. And it contextualizes a lot of the development that I did, where it was going, what it could possibly be for. And I regret having it be for one person to the degree that it was. And I appreciate that I've learned models of love that involve more depth and care for dimension. And I want to reflect on those energy cycles. Sometimes it feels like the media my father produces are meant to psychologically poison me. And I was confused about that for a while. And thinking about that, it feels like it's part of how that attention loop is meant to work. Because it draws attention away from the things I'm trying to do and doesn't make it easier for me to have relationships with other people. Maybe I actually resent controlling patterns and abusive patterns, and I wish television had more depth. And I wish this for other media. I wish the ways we relate to considering the reasons why we exchange time. What's the wish? I have a media network and a few characters and a 24-hour loop. How entertaining should this be, and for whom? For how long? I wish the media that I cared about were learned by my parents, as if it were a dimension of linguistic and personal development instead of just noise. One reason why I pursue goals differently than my parents is because I have a different life stage, and I need to be describable to the people who are supportive of my development through this life stage. My audience isn't my parents, and I recognize that, and I don't intend to compete with my parents, and the amount of work that I've made that aligns with my parents' careers was not intended to be in competition. I feel confused when they stabilize a sense of lost home. I want a more respectable retirement plan.